Do you know there are some certain places in the world where Valentine's Day is not celebrated? Yes, it's either it is banned or it has been banned or it was banned, either of them. So there are certain countries that they do not tolerate the celebration of Valentine's Day, just the way Valentine is coming. You know, and I never get to boo, so nobody go do me parara, not even table for two. So now we need to talk about Valentine. Valentine is just tomorrow, and then we know that it is a season of love. A lot of people do anticipate the season, you know, just to show love, exchange of gifts, and do all things that has to do with love. So around this moment, love is always in the air, so you just have to wear face masks. Thank you very much for joining me today, and please stay tuned to the end so you can know the places where you should not even talk or celebrate Valentine's Day. This is a lifestyle show brought to you by Wuzomia Television. I am Ayomiko, the only sexy sugar mommy of Lagos, taking you through the best and the best of lifestyle tips. Please subscribe to the channel and make sure you're following every of our social media platform. Thank you. Yeah, here are places that you should not even talk about Valentine or think of celebrating it there. The first we have Malaysia, and when we talk about Malaysia, they do frown at the whole celebration of Valentine's Day. In 2005, the Islamic authorities decided that okay, in this environment, we don't want anything that has to do with the celebration of Valentine's Day. And even to enforce that law, they decided to bring up a fatwa and just to enforce the whole of the no celebration of the day. And when asked that why do you have to ban the celebration of this lovely time, and they said that it's because a lot of young people have made this opportunity to go about all kind of moral decay and, you know, all kind of illegal practices, immoral practices, so to say. And so young people tend to get themselves involved in all kind of illegitimate relationships, and so they decided that we should just ban it so anybody does not celebrate it. So anybody that is trying to celebrate or even talk about Valentine in Malaysia is risking being arrested, and it is something you don't even want. You don't want to go and celebrate Valentine at the end of the day. You are meeting yourself in the police station. So to avoid that, when you're in Malaysia, you don't talk about anything Valentine or even think of celebrating Valentine. Next we have Uzbekistan, and in Uzbekistan, it's something they adopted right from time. Yeah, they celebrate the Valentine's Day and they are so cool with it. Not until in 2012 when the Ministry of Education that has to do with enlightenment and the promoting of values and culture decided to say we need to shun this practice. We can't continue celebrating Valentine's Day, and since then in Uzbekistan they don't even celebrate Valentine's Day. They now decided that okay, you want to celebrate something on the 14th of February, right? Then we can go with you praising the hero, one-time hero of Uzbekistan, who is known as Babur. So let's just make sure that during this Valentine period we do the celebration of Babur instead of Valentine's Day. And also we have Iran, and in Iran they do not celebrate Valentine's Day also. Particularly in 2010, the Islamic authorities decided that we should stop the celebration of the Valentine's Day because they see it as a decadent of immorality, as well as the promotion of some Western civilization that is bringing about evil and illegitimate relationship among young people and even people around. You know, they just say they are celebrating Valentine's Day, and the next thing you start seeing them is practicing and involving themselves in all kind of relationships that are not even legitimate. So to avoid that, they said let's just give it a break. We don't want anything that has to do with Valentine. It is very serious to the extent that anything that has to do with Valentine products, all these gifts, items are being banned. They don't even allow them to sell it, and you can't even celebrate Valentine's Day in even public space or even offices or top places in Iran. It is banned totally. Okay, now we'll have Pakistan, and for Pakistan here, the way it started is because of one person, so to say, because the Islamabad High Court actually came together and said, okay, we want to make a ruling, because there was a particular person that brought a petition that you see this Valentine's Day is about all kind of immorality, and is as well as drawing the Western, that it's just a cultural practice that is brought to us by the Western people. So we cannot accept this, and we want the Islamabad High Court to please ban this Valentine's Day practice. And so the panel sat and decided to think about it. Should we do it? Should we not do it? And at the end of the day, the Islamabad High Court in 2017 decided that anything that has to do with Valentine, we need to stop it in this country. So it's basically among the Islamic people. So we still see some people that, you know, in a way or the other, they still celebrate this Valentine's Day, but it's always something that they must not let anybody know outside, because obviously it is not illegal, but at the same time it is something that it is frowned upon when it comes to Pakistan. And last on the list, we have Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, they don't even tolerate it right from time, but later now we now see them tolerating it, because when you go to Saudi Arabia right now, you can obviously celebrate Valentine, but it used to be banned because they also see it as not going with the ideologies of Islam. So anything that does not go with the ideologies of Islam, obviously in Saudi Arabia, you know, they will sure shun it. But right now we see a lot of people celebrating Valentine's Day, but it has to be in minimal, and you must make sure that you're not doing anything against the ideologies and the laid down rules of Islam. We also have Indonesia, and I'm giving you that one as a bonus. In Indonesia too, they don't celebrate Valentine's Day. This, among other ones that you might know, are places that they don't celebrate Valentine's Day. So as you're preparing for your Valentine, if you want to go everywhere, you can go Maldives, you can go Santorini, but don't think of going to those places I've mentioned, because you will sure not enjoy the Valentine vibe. Thank you very much for joining the Only Sexy Sugar Mommy of Lagos on this platform today. And if you have to subscribe to the channel, do that right now. And make sure that as you are celebrating your Valentine's Day, you're also passing me some gifts. Thank you very much. And until next time, leaving you with a lot of love, joy, peace.